Welcome back to Gaming Off the Grid. A couple weeks ago, we did our full NES collection, and there was a lot of people in the comments that said, how about you show your PS4 collection?
Here it is.
Yeah.
And today we're drinking That's Not a Knife by Barntown. This is an Aussie IPA. So we're not doing a normal intro because this video is going to be super long. Look at all these games.
We got them pretty close to alphabetical order, but we had to bring them in from, I have them all out in my living room and just rearrange. So they might be a little hodgepodge, but we're going to do our best to get through this in a timely fashion. Starting off with the collector's edition of Too Dark on the PS4. Ooh. A 2D survival horror stealth game. Love the soundtrack, and I really enjoyed the first part of this game. Love the art style, but the game, it's okay. It didn't turn out to be...
It's kind of tired.
Yeah, it does, for sure. 7 Days to Die.
Ooh.
So a Telltale game. I don't know a ton about this, and there's going to be a fistful of games as we get through this that all kind of tell the same story. Hopefully I can streamline it in the later games that come up. But a family video closed close to where we live, and I got a ton of games for $1, $2,
super cheap,
$3 a piece, and this is one of those games. I just haven't got to it yet. So 7 Days to Die. Alien Isolation.
Oh, this game's sweet.
First 3 Alien movies are among my favorite ever, and this game in particular captures the franchise very well. You just need to play it. I don't want to give too much away, but I love the adaptive behavior
the way
of the aliens.
The alien learns how you play.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying.
It's a pretty remarkable game. I think it's also available on PS3, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But if you can get this one, pretty awesome stuff here. Axiom Verge Multiverse Edition. I guess we just can't have enough copies of this.
We have this for so many different consoles.
This came out before the Wii U version came out. It was looking like the Wii U version wasn't going to come out, so we snagged this.
And then we were like, oh.
And the Wii U version came out.
Gotta get on the Wii U.
Still badass on the PS4. Way better on the Wii U. But Axiom Verge, can't have enough copies of that. This is a game you picked up
I picked this up when we were hunting with Captain Algebra. And I was like, Battleborn, this looks like a sweet battle co-op game. It's only one player.
Yeah.
It's online.
It's an online-based game, yeah.
So I was like, dude, this is going to be a sweet game we can play in the game room. Nope.
I think you got it for $2.
I got it for super cheap, but I put it in and I was like, never going to play this again because I don't online game, you know?
Yeah, there you have it. Battlefield 1, same deal. I got this at Family Video, dude. This was $1.
I played Battlefield 1 so much when it came out online. I think I like Battlefield 4 better, but Battlefield 1 is still really sweet.
I haven't really played much of the Battlefield series, but again, all those PS4 games that were $1, which actually Alien Isolation was one of those. I forgot to mention
That's
on that, but this was a part of that as well. I literally walked out of there with bags of games. But anyway, that was part of it. Little story on this one. Battlefront 2, we know the old background of, how it was kind of the DLC and
microtransactions.
Yeah, to death pretty much. But
we got this game for free at MGC.
Yeah.
We were at a YouTube dinner and someone had a bunch of copies of it and just gave them. And we were like, yeah, we don't have that game, so we gladly took it. It was so cool.
And this game, if you just kind of want to play the story piece of it, it's not that bad. EA could have done better, but there's a game in our collection where they finally did.
They finally did do better.
Yeah. Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Oh, dude, this game is so sweet. I love the style.
Same here, dude. I'm such a sucker for that old,
cartoon,
old school black and white, Disney type stuff.
And it's creepy.
Nailed the art style. The game has some flaws for sure, but God, it makes up for it, I feel like, in the art style department. I love freaking Bendy and the Ink Machine, and I think, at least the version we have, was a GameStop exclusive, so it was kind of hard to track down when we ended up getting that bad boy.
Borderlands 3, baby. Oh my god, so I love the Borderlands series. I borrowed this, a year ago, and I beat it. I love this game so much. It's so long. I love the story. I think I might like 2 better because I've played it a lot more. But man, 3, it's amazing. And it still offers local co-op.
Which we need to get back onto that.
I would love to go through the story
again. We put
again.
a pretty decent dent into it.
I would love to go back through the story again as co-op because there's thousands of different guns. I could go on with Borderlands forever. I love it.
That's his jam. Family Video. Again, Bloodborne here. I know, obviously, I know what Bloodborne is. I haven't taken the dive myself. Have you jumped into this one?
I have not.
I know it's supposed to be amazing, and I got it for super cheap, so I was like, this is the time. This is the time. And then I just haven't found the time to jump into Bloodborne. But when you get bags of games, you can only get to them so fast. This is a game we played through together.
Oh, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Yeah.
This game is really cool.
Yeah, it's basically a spiritual successor to Symphony of the Night.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude, and it's beautiful. We were so hyped for this.
Yeah.
What was the game that came out before it? The
Bloodstained Curse of the
Curse
Moon.
of the Moon. We
which
played
is like the 8-bit.
the 8-bit version, and then when this came out,
Yeah.
we were so hyped. And this game is so sweet.
Played through both of them, and we were probably more hyped for this, but I would say, all told, Curse of the Moon was probably the better
Yes, I
experience.
think I like that one better.
Which is weird because Symphony of the Night's our favorite,
Yeah,
Castlevania.
So it's like kind of, but
This didn't
it's-
quite deliver like that one did. But
well-
it's still awesome.
And Symphony of the Night, it's good luck beating that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Burnout Paradise. More of
Ooh.
an open world. Burnout Paradise Remastered, that is. More of an open world take on Burnout. I love this game, but I like Revenge and Takedown.
Yes.
Substantially better, but this is
And
still fun.
Do they
And it
offer
looks amazing.
crash mode in that?
So it's more open world, so
yeah.
you drive up and find the missions, and then you go.
And
So
then
I
you-
think there is some of that element, but it's just
It's a lot.
It's a lot
yeah.
different.
It's still cool though.
One of the first PS4 games I actually got, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Ooh.
I remember playing it online with some friends. Other than that, I don't have much to say. I didn't like the jumping and hovering. I have enough problems keeping shit together on the ground. I don't need people, hovering and doing things like that as well. This is a pretty awesome collection here.
Yes,
We
it
got
is.
this from Play Asia, I believe. The Capcom Belt Action Collection. It's basically a beat 'em up collection from Capcom. Some of the games never got console releases. This has Final Fight, King of Dragons, Captain Commando, Knights of the Round, Warriors of Fate, Powered Gear, and Battle Circuit.
It's really cool. It's a sweet collection.
I think we played Final Fight on this when we
Yes,
got it.
I think so.
And then
And then we haven't
Yeah, I
touched it
haven't
since.
really touched it
But
since, but-
I love collections like that.
a lot of story to go behind this. We'll put a little
Oh.
deal up in here from our time that we got to go. We got this game for free.
We got this game for free
It's
for
a-
3 different consoles.
Yeah, kind of to test it out because we got invited to the release
To
of
the
Contra
launch
Rogue Corps.
party. I know a lot of people shit on this game, but this game is fun. I know it has its flaws and it's way different. And based on our experience with the game, I love it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Dangerous driving. Those of you
This is
who
sweet.
like Burnout 3 Takedown
Yes.
kind of referred to it. This can get you there. It's not as
It's
good.
not as good, but it will scratch that itch if you just have a PS4.
Yeah, and it's a fun game. It's just not on that level of Burnout 3 Takedown,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of fun. Darius Burst CS.
Shooter.
We've played the shit out of this
Yes, we
game.
have. It's so
We love our shooters, and I think this is a pretty tough game to track down anymore. One of the better shooters we've played on the PS4, which we've got quite a few.
We
so
have
that's-
we have a lot.
That's saying a lot. I do believe I got this from Play Asia just because of the look of the spine.
It's all in
We'll get some B-roll. I mean, what do you expect? Speaking of Darius, we have the Darius Cosmic Collection, the arcade and the console collections.
Yes, this was limited, strictly limited.
Strictly
release.
limited,
Yep.
yeah. And
So cool.
Loaded. I think four games on one, 6 games on the other. And
Just all the classics.
yeah, we're pretty big, again, shooter fans,
We love
Darius
our
fans.
shmups.
Death Stranding.
I'm gonna be honest and say I haven't played this yet.
I have not yet either. Huge Hideo Kojima fan, and there's a couple games in here that I got this past Black Friday GameStop used games thing, and this was one of the ones I got. Got it on the DL. I just have to take the dive, but I'm kind of working on Persona 5 right now. So
Which
don't-
we'll talk about later.
yeah, I don't want to dive into too many things at once, and I have a season of MLB 08 to show on PS2, so it's hard to find time to play Death Stranding. Dead by Daylight. Picked this
Ooh,
game up
This game's sweet.
strictly because of somebody in the comments
Yes.
section. Game's very cool. It's an online based game, but if you're into horror stuff, it's pretty badass. It's the type of game I just like to jump in and play, kind of like Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Obviously, this game's way more polished than that, but Dead by Daylight, it's pretty awesome, and it's a fairly new addition to our
It's
collection.
really good.
I'm gonna grab a few of them here because they're getting, behind the beer can. Dead Cells. This game actually is officially not in our collection. This is my brother's.
Whoa, he let you borrow it?
Yeah, but he wants me to play it so bad. He brought it over a couple weeks ago. There's another game coming up here that is in the same realm, but he's like, "Oh, you got to play this game," and so here it is.
So I'm guessing it will be in the stack for a while. 'cause
It's got a lot of stuff to get to. Dead Rising 2, this is one of those family video finds right here. But I do love the original Dead Rising, so beating the shit out of zombies and stuff with oars and all sorts of weapons. Sounds like a good time.
This game is sweet.
It is sweet indeed, and I try not doing this too terribly often. We have Destroy All Humans on PS2.
When we have 1 and 2.
But I got this Amazon deal gift card thingy, and right when this came out, I was like, you know what? I'm going to check it out on the PS4. I haven't got to it yet.
Still sealed.
I've beat 1 and 2 on the PS2, so I'm not super motivated to go back and play it because I love those games how they are. So I might just end up selling this or something. But at the time, I was like, this is a good idea.
It's I like how they did it, but we already have the original, so.
Yeah. Another game for my brother here, Detroit, Become Human.
I've heard a lot of good things about this game.
I have.
A lot of good things.
So he brought me those 2 games. He's got a bunch of PS4 games and it's like, hey, you need to try this. So I'm going to try getting to it. But
eventually.
Yeah, gotta make that time, Deus Ex.
Oh, we've talked about this a lot.
Mankind Divided, but not this version, but we've talked about Deus Ex a lot.
Yes.
Love this game. Love the franchise. Must own on the PS4. Family video pickup right here.
For $1.
Family video pickup again. Diablo, the Eternal Collection. Bingo. Dishonored was another family video pickup, and I haven't got to it yet. It's a Bethesda game, but I was walking out with bags of games, and then obviously this one here I just had to have, the Devil May Cry Definitive Edition. Big fan of the Devil May Cry series,
and I love that cover.
Oh,
that
it's
cover
pretty sick.
is so cool.
Pretty sick. And speaking of Devil May Cry, well, yeah, we've got the old HD collection right here. Yeah, Devil May Cry HD collection on the PS4. Love the series, and I believe I got this at a Walmart Black Friday-ish. It was pretty cheap.
And it's still sealed.
Yeah. Now, this is a game I've been playing the shit out of. This is a game I also got at the family video, but the PS4 version of Doom.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's a very sexy game. I love these games, and then you're going to start chipping away, because I've done a lot of blabbing here. Evil Within and Evil Within 2. These games series,
are terrifying, dude.
The cool part is so of those family video games that I've beaten, this was the first one, because this game was up among the first PS4 games that I went all in on. I bought it brand new, day one, The Evil Within. And I always wanted the second one. I'm like, I'm not going to pay that. I'll find it on the DL someday. Well, I did. I found it at the family video for $1. Got home, and this is the game that I played. Love the series. If you're into that old school, almost tankish controls, but brought to the modern era a
they're
little
still
bit.
tanky, but, dude.
Survival horror.
And it's terrifying and disgusting at times.
Yeah, and I don't know if Evil Within 2 came with a slipcover, but I've always loved the slipcover with that, like, hologram on the front of the first one. But these are up there on the top shelf of survival horror games that I've ever played. I love these games.
Alright, up next is Fast Striker Limited Edition. A beautiful shmup. Dude, it's just another shmup, and we love our shmups.
Yeah.
And I think we got this from Play Asia, I think.
Yeah, we did.
This game is beautiful.
And I'm trying to remember how the hell we heard about that. We were really honed into that website for a little bit, and I haven't been on it for a few months.
I haven't been on it, but for a while we were like, shmup, shmup.
And so pretty much all the Play Asia shmups that we have were probably purchased in like a 3-month window, but whatever.
Now moving on to Fire Pro Wrestling World. This game is super sweet if you're a fan of wrestling, but I will say the controls are very complicated. But if you know the Fire Pro Wrestling series, you know that, because that's just how they are. But it's still a sweet game.
It is cool. In the comment section below, tell me what I'm missing. What am I missing? You guys know we like our wrestling. I get the games. Like, but I want to play. So is it the customization that everybody likes?
Is it because you don't know the characters as well? Is that a reason?
That could be it. There's something about them. So I've got the PS2 one. I played the Super Nintendo one. I played this one. I don't know if they're just like so handicapped by technical controls or what, but like I've yet to have that like aha moment. This is the best wrestling I've ever played.
Yeah.
They're cool. I enjoy them. Just let me know. What am I missing?
For me, it's the controls because they're so complicated.
Yeah.
But moving on, I'm gonna grab a couple here. Speaking of controls, this game is kind of glitchy, but it's so much fun. Friday the 13th, the game. Dude, it's just so much fun to play this online with friends. We did a stream one time where we played this with a bunch of YouTubers.
I mean, is that not the prototypical example of that a game does not have to be perfect to be fun?
No, dude. Every time I play it, something goes wrong, and it's still fun.
It's awesome.
Now moving on to Geometry Wars 3: Dimensions Evolved. This is a multi-directional shooter, and it's freaking beautiful.
And cheap as shit.
It's so cheap, and it's just such a fun game.
Yeah.
There's so many different game modes. It's awesome. A staple on the PS4, and it's a PS4 exclusive, God of War. Oh, amazing game.
Divisive? I mean, like, do the old God of War fans love it as much as the new God of War
Ooh,
fans?
yes.
That could be an episode idea.
That would be an episode idea. But
I like it. I'm okay with change. You know, in 2021, if you can't handle change,
then get out of the kitchen. That's what I always say.
if you can't handle change, then get out of my wallet, is what I have to say.
You ain't put coins in there. But God of War, it's a staple.
Yeah.
Moving on to Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. This game got amazing reviews, and it's such a beautiful open world game.
Yep.
Big game.
Sony exclusives.
So this game visually looks great. Moving on to a game that looks very simple visually. It's Horizon Chase Turbo.
We streamed that.
But
didn't we?
this game is...
It's so badass.
It's so simple and stupid fun.
And it kind of... How do you say this? Like, it kind of has training wheels?
It does.
Like, it keeps you kind of on the track a little bit.
It's just an arcade racer, but they assist you when you go around turns.
Yeah.
It's fun, but you play it like with a group of friends one night and then you never touch it again.
Yeah,
That's what we did. We played it with Hogan, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, fuck!
Yeah.
And I think it's a launch title.
Was it
Yeah,
a launch
right.
title?
I think that. Not
Oh,
right.
yeah.
No, not that one.
No.
This one.
Knack was a launch title. Adventure awaits. This is an alright game.
I've always liked the Knack games. Don't know what it
The
is.
art style is very unique. I like it.
Yeah.
Moving on to Chromia. Hopefully I said that right. Chromia Omega. This is just another shmup.
Very unique
Yes.
take on a shooter.
Because you're going this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to explain.
It's a very tough game to explain. I can't remember how I heard about this game, but I do remember that when I got it, it was on the DL.
Moving on to The Last of Us Part 2, which we sadly have not beaten yet.
What's wrong with this, man?
Time.
Yeah.
That's why. But I love the first one so much, and I love what I've played so far of this. And I know everyone's like, just beat it. We will eventually.
Yeah.
I love these games on the PS4.
Yep.
Or just on PlayStation in general. That's Little Big Planet 3 Day 1 Edition. These games are adorable, and they're fun.
Family video pickup right there.
Dollar
brother.
game.
Yeah.
Now moving on to some funny games, but you love them. Madden 15, 16, and 17, and then you have the rest of them digitally.
Yeah, which I'm not a big fan of digital games, but those 3 games were when I was on my tournament run with EA. And so now, since I'm really not, don't really need them physically, just give them digitally. Because every year, they're not really games that you want to keep anyways.
No, they're not. Speaking of games you do want to keep, though, we have Mafia Definitive Edition. This is so cool. And then we also, on top of that, have Mafia 3.
Yeah, so I'm working through that right now.
Definitive Edition.
Persona 5 as well. I'm kind of like going back and forth, and they did a fantastic job with the Definitive Edition.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really good. The Mafia series is, if you're into that thing, like the mob scene, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah. Then we went on to Mass Effect Andromeda. Hopefully I said that right.
I think you did.
This game is still sealed. Looks like you picked it up for $11.99 somewhere.
Yeah, I don't even remember if that is what I paid for it. But
I enjoy the Mass Effect series, but I've never played this one. So I don't
yeah,
know much
I've
about
only
it.
played the first 3.
Yep.
Never took the dive on that one yet.
Mega Man X Legacy Collection and Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2 combo pack. This is an awesome collection if you're a Mega Man fan. And if you're a Mega Man fan and if you haven't played this game, what are you doing with your life? Mega Man 11. This is my favorite Mega Man game of all time. I was hesitant going into this when it first came out.
Yeah.
And it blew... I think this was my game of the year when it came out. Like, oh my gosh, Capcom did an amazing job.
I mean, I know like it's on other stuff, but is that not up there for like one of your best PS4 games like ever? Like it's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So good. Speaking of another great game, The Messenger. So this game is still sealed. That's because we have a digital download version on the
Yeah.
Switch.
Yep.
And we played that, but then we got this when it was released. Special reserve copy, $8.48.
Yeah, yeah, and it was one of those deals we'd already played the game, and I ordered that in advance, and it takes so long for them to come in the mail, and so just haven't revisited it.
It's a sweet game, though.
Might be one we sell. Who knows? Metal Gear Solid 5. Amazing game. Why they went away from David Hayter to do the voice really bothers me. They used Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, 24?
I mean, why? I love the game. I think they did some really cool stuff with this.
Yeah, the story's pretty good.
But man, Snake's voice, I just can't connect with it. And I know it's, Metacritic, all this other stuff. One of the best PS4 games ever made.
Why would they change?
It's bizarre. I get it, Kiefer Sutherland. Nothing against Kiefer Sutherland. But David Hayter's fucking Snake. Why they change it, I don't know. Both these games I got at that family video deal. MLB The Show 15 and 16. I don't know if I'll ever get to these games.
Because he's stuck on 08.
I'm playing 08 on the PS2. I have a franchise in them. But I was like, oh, it might be fun to play a new show.
Yeah.
Still playing the old show.
Yeah, he's playing... Dude, he's 10 years.
almost
10 years.
Almost 10 years behind. What am I supposed to do? Mortal Kombat X. We have almost everything unlocked in this game.
Yes, we do. Dude, so I'm not a big fighting game fan, but I love watching the fatalities, and holy crap, they're intense in this game.
So we played the shit out of this one. The new one, 11, is still sealed because we haven't got to it yet. This
No,
was
we
a
haven't.
Black Friday deal. We had buy two, get one, I think, and we got this as one of those.
And that one also, I've seen video of that. Vicious fatalities.
Yeah.
And I love that.
We just got to get to it. These type of games are tough. Like, once you unlock everything, and then the next one comes out, it's just like,
You gotta do it again.
here we go again. Anyway, we love the modern takes on Mortal Kombat, just because they're brutal.
They're so brutal.
This was a pickup at the family video. Murdered Soul Suspect. Square Enix game.
Whoa.
I trust Square Enix. I don't know anything about this game. But
Listen, RPG?
I don't think so. I don't know what kind of game it is. Built on the Unreal Engine. I honestly don't know. I got it because it was $1. So there we go.
One of our favorite PS4 games,
Yep.
hands down. We talked about this game ad nauseum. Next, Machina. Twin
Limited-
stick shooter.
Limited run.
Oh my god.
Number 90. This game is kind of hard to track down in physical version.
Yeah, dude, it's such an amazing game. I love it so. I'm so glad we have that.
One of the best PS4 games I've played.
It's so good.
This was sent to us by Gabbo the
It
Giver.
was, and we streamed it a couple times.
Onimusha, Warlords.
It's one of his favorite series.
Yeah, he loves this series.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Gabbo. Paranormal Activity, VR game. We don't have VR yet.
Why do you have a VR game?
Well,
was it a family video?
So it's not only VR. So they
Oh,
have like,
okay, they have-
yeah,
there's
you
a
can play it
regular-
without VR. But somebody in the comment section said, pick this up. I actually did play this for a couple hours when it came in the mail after somebody told me to pick it up. I thought it was fun, but I was like, I think it would be better in VR. It felt like it was meant for
it was
VR.
meant for VR, yeah.
So we need to get VR at some point. This, with Mortal Kombat 11, was one of the Black Friday games I picked up, and I've been working on it ever since. Persona 5. Beautiful game. Gotta love the Atlas games. Gotta love the Persona series. And it's been a long time since I've taken the dive into an RPG, and I'm really enjoying it. Awesome shooter here that I would probably have never looked into if it wasn't for Captain Algebra. Safarian Delta. He talked about it in one of his pickup videos, and I'm like, I gotta go find that game.
Yes.
And the first GameStop I walked into, it was right there. Reasonably priced. So I picked it up.
Ah, the third and final stack.
we
We got
go.
R-Type Dimensions X, which is such a sweet thing, and we have
Ooh, Bazaza.
big box, dude. When this came out, I was so excited and happy that we got the big box version.
Yep.
Such a cool game. And doesn't it come with? It's 2 games, right?
Yeah. So you get to play and switch between modern graphics and the retro
and it does
graphics.
it in time.
Yeah. You
It's
just
so you just
yeah.
hit like the L1 button, I'm pretty sure, or R1, and it just real time.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I think we had the digital download up until that point on PS3, but to get a physical was pretty awesome.
And speaking of R-Type Final 2, the big box version. We played the demo, but we have
Yeah.
not dove into this yet, and it makes me sad because I want to play it so bad. But we will eventually. We
I
will.
have got it loaded up.
It's prime.
It's primed.
Oh,
We just got to get to it.
I've seen videos on this. It just looks beautiful. Speaking of a game that looks beautiful and that we have played, that's Raiden 5. This game is super sweet, but you got to make sure you mute the people talking.
What Mission Control?
Mission
What we
Control.
call them. Yeah, they're annoying as all get out.
Then moving on to Rain World, an Adult Swim game. I don't know much about this.
Survival platformer. It's one I just haven't got to yet, but I've always loved the art style,
Yep.
and it was a limited run.
It's a
release,
limited
I
run
believe, yeah.
release, number 203, according to the back of the box. And just based on the art style in the case, it looks really sweet. Now moving on to Ratchet and Clank, which is just an HD version of the PS2 version, but it's still really cool.
Yeah, it's actually a full-on remake.
Oh, it's not just the HD.
No. So it's more based off of, I think, kind of the movie. It's beautiful. I love this game, and when I got it, I beat it in like 2 days. I just fucking plowed through
Just
that game.
plowed
Yeah,
through it.
it's awesome. Fantastic work by Insomniac.
Now moving on to Red Out Lightspeed Edition, Race Faster Than Ever. It's just a racer.
Yeah, if you're into futuristic racing, F-Zeros, your
F-Zero,
wipeouts,
yeah,
things
just
like
super
that.
fast. This game is sweet.
It's really good.
Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil Biohazard. We don't have Resident Evil 3 because we borrowed a friend's copy when we did the review.
Yeah, yeah.
But Resident Evil 2 remake, incredible, and then Biohazard, pretty good.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to playing Village.
Yeah, me too.
It sounds really good.
We just got to get there.
Oh, this is one of my favorite PS4 games too, and it's so simple. Rocket League. It's so stupid what this game is. Cars playing soccer.
But it's badass.
We used to play this game online
Yeah.
before we had the channel.
Yeah.
This game just so stupid, but I love it.
Yeah, I remember you guys telling me about it, and I was like,
You're like,
then I played it and was like, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say this wrong. Shinkondu, limited
Shikondo?
Shikondo, limited edition. I don't know much about this either. Play-Asia game.
Play-Asia game. It was a shooter, 1 to 2 player, vertically scrolling bullet hell shooter. You know, this game's pretty good. It's very heavily laced with the Asian shooter style, which that's totally fine. But the game, like, once you get past that awesomeness of the Asian shooter type style and everything, it kind of boils down to like maybe a 7 out of a 10 shooter.
Which is still
Like,
pretty good.
Still pretty good, but as I started, I was like, dude, the art style is freaking beautiful. I love it. The lighting, everything. And then as I got about halfway through the game, I'm kind of like,
But still awesome.
pretty cool.
Then moving on to Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Sekiro.
If you're a fan of ninjas, you need to play this game. This game is so sweet.
And hard as hell.
It kind of reminds me of Ninja Gaiden just based on how hard it is and the ninja aspect, you know, but this game is beautiful. It's an awesome game.
It's one of those games people tout as like the hardest games on the PS4, so it must be a thing. Another shooter.
Now moving on to Cinemora X. Yeah, another shooter that's just beautiful.
Love the art style in that game.
Slain, Back from Hell. This is a sweet platformer, kind of like a 16-bit era platformer.
and the soundtrack is just
Metal.
blood, gore.
Blood. Metal.
I think I found out about this game from Pixel Game Squad, and I think he had picked it up on the Vita. And I looked up the Vita version and was like, oh, hell nah.
I'll get the PS4 version instead.
I'm gonna get the PS4 version, son.
Now
Still
my
awesome.
favorite video game character of all time, Sonic. Just kidding. I'm not a big fan of Sonic. But Sonic Mania Plus. This game is cool because it's just a lot of Sonic, and we have the freaking
Yep.
big box version that came with the giant 3D model,
Yeah,
of him, which
yep,
is so
yep.
cool. If you're a fan of Sonic,
They did a really good job with this.
They
I know
did.
we're not like a big fan of the 2D Sonic games and stuff, but given the subject matter,
it's a good
they
game.
did a really good job.
Now, here's one thing that I do know a lot about. The Spyro Reignited trilogy. I loved Spyro so much growing up, and when this came out, I was so excited.
You were pumped.
Activision did this. This game is beautiful, dude. Such a good job. All 3 original games redone. It's just amazing.
Yeah,
I love this game so
they
much.
did a good job with it.
Now back to the EA. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. They got it right.
But this time,
Yeah,
They got it right.
They got it right this time. This game is so good
you know, I wonder how many people did not give this game a chance.
because of
Yeah, because we
Battlefront.
were kind of like,
I was
"Yeah."
hesitant.
And then we had a few friends that were like, dude, this game is killer.
Yeah, I know Toad Splash Gaming was like, dude,
Yeah.
you gotta play Jedi Fallen
Yeah.
Order.
And we were like, oh, how good can it be? They've been shit in the bed.
they did
They
it.
finally did it, buddy.
The truth will set you free.
Yeah.
Remember, not just Street Fighter 5 or V, if you read it how what it's spelled.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5.
Romans, dude.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
If you're a fighting game fan, it's a Street Fighter. What?
And
you know?
it was a $1 game at Family
Family
Video.
Video.
Which it's I hate to keep saying it, but guys, this is before we were doing hunting videos. I wish we were back then.
Oh, you
'Cause
would've-
I had bags
That
on
would have
my
been a
arms.
mega
I
haul.
was walking out
That
with
would have been our
bags
most
and
popular
everything.
video,
Yeah,
probably.
maybe. Yeah.
Well, whatever. Speaking of Street Fighter, the 30th anniversary collection. This game is so sweet if you're a Street Fighter fan because it includes 12 different Street Fighter games on the collection.
It's fun to dabble. Some of these games I feel like are very important to have the right controller to play.
Yes.
So it's cool. If you want to dabble and see what they were all about, I don't want to play Street Fighter Turbo without an SNES controller.
True.
Yeah, it's kind of where I'm coming.
Now moving on to an incredible game, Streets of Rage 4, and we actually have the collector's edition in the Genesis
And it's
box.
a swollen Genesis
Dude,
box. It's been taken by
Look
Agra.
how swole that is. That's fucking swole.
Yeah.
But dude, I was shocked.
Yeah, I don't
They
think
did such a good job with this.
I do not think we saw this one coming.
No.
I mean, we knew the game was coming out,
And
obviously, but we did not expect the bar was like here, and the game came in like
Well,
there.
because I like beat 'em ups, but I'm not a huge fan of beat 'em ups. So I was like, okay, Streets of Rage 4. People were super hyped for it, and I was like, we'll see how it goes. Holy crap! They did such a good job.
Wonderful.
This game is also one of my favorites on the PS4. I think it's on other consoles as well. Super Bomberman R, a Konami game. Bomberman series has been around for a long time, but oh my god. What they did with this game is so much fun. The party aspect.
Yeah.
Now, if you play the story,
Yeah.
I will say that the voice acting and all the cutaways get super annoying because it's very kiddie. But the 4-player aspect, oh,
Yeah,
it is.
multiplayer is where this game
And
thrives.
the way they brought in other IPs, like you can play as Vic Viper and Simon Belmont
Yeah.
as Bomberman form.
Yeah,
So cool.
it's an incredible game.
Now moving on to Super Meat Boy.
I mean, this is one of those indie titles that kind of got the ball rolling.
Yes.
Like, I remember in college being like, what the heck is everybody talking about this game?
Super Meat Boy.
And indies weren't like super like popular at that time. I feel like Super Meat Boy was kind of like one of the ones that really got the ball rolling
started
on the
it.
indie video game scene.
This
so,
game is super sweet.
love it.
Now, this game blows my mind every time I play it. Tetris Effect. How can you take such a simple game like Tetris and make it better? Tetris Effect. Every time I play this game, I feel like I'm tripping on psychedelic
I just
drugs.
want to go get hammed and play it.
Like, dude,
Like, it's
if you
so good.
Turn on the stereo, the music's bursting, the visuals are...
Oh yeah,
Dude,
It's,
even if you're not playing and you're watching it, it's still fun.
Yeah,
Like,
yep.
this is such a good game, and I was so shocked when it came out.
eye candy.
Grab a stack here. Another one of my favorite games on the PS4. It's also available on other things. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake. Holy crap. They did such a good job with this.
Yeah, it's one of the better remakes I've ever played.
We've talked about that game at nauseum. Troll and I'm going to be honest and say, we've never played this,
No.
and we never will. But our buddy Telesplash Gaming sent this to us for Christmas. Because he's a troll. And I said, good one.
Yeah.
So, but I mean on the back, split screen co-op.
Maybe we'd love
No, I'm not going to play it. Yeah, I bet it's garbage.
it. Ends up being our favorite game ever.
Uncharted 4, still sealed. Did this come in the Uncharted 4 bundle? Yes.
So here's the story of why this is still sealed. I had the game already with my other PS4 that died. It died. I sent it in to get it fixed, and I was in a Madden tournament.
So you needed a PS4?
Yeah, I was like to the top 32,
Oh.
right, on PS4. So I had to have a PS4. So I went out and bought a PS4. Again, the only one they had was that bundle. I'd already beat the game, and so I think for the holidays I gave my my in-laws
Your old.
my old PS4, and so my nephews could have it and everything like that. And Uncharted 4, and I just kept the sealed one.
Dude, I think Uncharted 4 version was the version that I got my PS4 as well.
Yeah,
It
was
just-
a pretty
It
common bundle.
was the
yeah.
common bundle. Now moving on to Velocity 2X. This game is so unique and cool, and I think what was it, episode 3 that we did, what games we were playing?
Yeah.
We talked about this game. Like,
Yeah.
this game is so... Do we have to, like, dash through
Yeah, you're
things?
just like constantly running. I don't even know like what that style is,
It's
but you're just
so
constantly moving.
Unique. It's only a one-player game, but man,
Yeah.
this game is really cool. Moving on to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This one's still sealed.
Yeah.
I've never played this, but I've heard amazing things about the Witcher series.
Yeah, so I had already dived into this game and I loaned it to a friend and I never got it back.
So you had to buy it.
So I bought it again at Best Buy for $19.99 and I just never went back to it after that debacle that was Witcher 3. But the game's awesome.
Speaking of games, you do go back to the Wipeout Omega Collection.
Amazing.
Wow, we love our fast, futuristic racers, and this game is so awesome.
Yeah, off the wrist, I can't remember exactly what's all on here, but I think there's like a PSP and maybe a Vita game on here
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
that you can't get on the console version unless you have this version.
It's, dude,
So, or get on the console unless you have that version. You know what I'm trying to say.
we only got a couple games left. We got
One of these two Megadan 29 gave us. I can't remember which one
We
it is
got
though.
WWE 2K18 and then 2K19.
The series is just
It's
it
just
just
not
sucks dick.
good anymore.
Yeah. I
It's
want
just-
to like them.
They're just broken, and they're like rebuilding it on an already broken system. And
So
it's like,
there's no light at the end of the tunnel.
No, and also I'm not a big fan of the product nowadays. So, and also like,
Well, the
look
shitty
at
part
him.
about these games. I agree.
Look at him.
I agree. But the legends and stuff on these make the games to where they could be
They could be sweet.
if
They're trying to bring in the old school fans into the new school, but the games suck.
yeah, the game's just
The
dog
games
shit.
suck.
Yeah.
That's why he gave it to us for
Yeah.
free, probably. Now moving on to Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. We actually have the big box version.
And we drink whiskey out of the glasses.
I think the only reason we got this was for the whiskey glasses.
Well, we actually
It was Sean from the Nerd Lair.
he messaged us and was like, dude, I can't remember, was it $29.99?
It was so cheap for this. bundle.
$39.99. It was really cheap for this whole set.
And it included the game.
Game, coasters, whiskey glasses, which we use those all the time. I mean, not that we drink whiskey out of them. I mean, no way.
Water.
No, just water. But it's pretty cool big box collection.
This game is
The
still
price.
sealed, but I do want to get to this eventually
Yeah.
because I've heard amazing things about it.
We just wanted the whiskey glasses.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we bought it. Now, the last game in our PS4 collection is Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Liar. Such a cool indie game. It reminds me a lot of
Banjo.
Banjo-Kazooie.
And the reason I picked this one up and not the other one is this is like the 2D platforming version of the ukulele.
yes.
So it's not the three-dimensional world of the original game, and this game is amazing.
This game
Like,
is so
it's
cool, and
really cool.
the art style is amazing. So that is our PS4 collection. Holy crap, that was a lot of games.
And here they are, just all piled in front of us.
All over the floor.
Right below the camera, but it's a disaster. Anyway, what do you think of this beer?
So we're drinking That's Not a Knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
It's an Aussie IPA by Barntime.
Little Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee. Just an Aussie IPA. I don't know what an Aussie IPA is, but it includes 2 different types of hops. And
Dude, do you want to know what my favorite Black Sabbath song is?
what?
Ozzy lost his mind.
Will he find it or will he go blind?
Yeah, anyway.
Is that the rest of the lyrics? What do you think of this beer?
Man, for Barntown, I mean, it's not bad, but this wasn't like a needle mover for me.
No.
Like, it's good.
And I love the name of the can.
Yeah.
But like, if you can tell by the camera, it's a very thin-looking IPA. It's an easy drinker.
Yeah.
But like, if you were to give this to me and I would drink it, I'd be like, oh, this is probably like a Sam Adams or like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like an introduction IPA. But it's still good. So maybe
It is.
maybe they're just trying to make introductory.
Yeah, I mean,
beers.
if you're going to call it an Aussie IPA and you don't have it infused with Australian hops and kangaroo piss, you messed up.
And you did.
No, I mean, it's good, but like I'm used to 10s, 9s,
From
and 10s out
Barntown.
of them. This is
Middle of the road.
Yeah.
But it's an easy drinker. It's great on a hot summer day.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to go to Australia, mate.
Yeah, well, we got some PS4 games to freaking reorganize.
Yeah, they're
That
everywhere.
is our PS4 collection. We tried getting through it as fast as we could, but we like talking and telling stories and all that type of stuff. But anyways, let us know if there are any sleepers that we need to pick up on the PS4, before it's too late, because right now it's kind of tough.
All the
on
time
PS4.
is now.
Everything's
Dude,
kind of cheap.
everything's so cheap. You can find it at garage sales.
Yeah.
You got most of these for $1.
So yeah, dude, I so many of these bags and bags and bags from Family Video, and yeah, it was a good deal. But then you got to catch up and play them all. So we always appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you next time right here on good old gaming off the grid. Anyways, we always appreciate you turning in and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you next time right here on gaming off the grid.
Turning it.
Oh, did I?
Wait, I always appreciate you turning it. In the Uncharted 4 bundle? Yes.
So here's the story of why this is Steel.
Moving on to Street Fighter 10. I think that's what V stands for.
5. X is 10.
Moving on to Street Fighter. I'm saying 10 again.
From Play Asia, I believe. Capcom Belbot action.
It's a very easy drinker.
Yeah. Tastes like kangaroo piss.
Straight from the pouch.